Reading 73 from the Psychological Commentaries on the Teaching of Gurdjieff and Ouspensky by Dr. Maurice Nicoll, Volume 3. Great Animal House, April 12, 1947. Accident and Fate. From one point of view, the personality can be thought of as the outer man, and the essence as the inner man. We know that in the growth of a child, personality gradually surrounds active essence and becomes active, while essence becomes passive. This first state of development usually persists throughout life and is sufficient for life purposes. But a further development is possible, and it is of this further development that esotericism always speaks, and that this system speaks. It consists in a reversal. In fragments of past literature coming from schools connected with fully developed, that is, conscious man, you will often find references to some reversal that is necessary before man reaches full development. Man adjusted to life, man with personality active and grown, and essence passive and ungrown, is not yet a fully developed man according to esoteric teaching. A great deal of confusion arises in people's minds because this idea is not grasped distinctly. Life develops man up to a point, but cannot bring about this reversal in him that leads to his further and full development. In the brief, condensed language of this system, the reversal is formulated as consisting in making personality passive and essence active. Now, education does not bring about this reversal. Education increases personality and so moves man further and further away from his essence. Simple folk can live closer to essence. It might be said that today the world is suffering from a wrong, one-sided development of personality. If by magic or dire stress everyone became simpler, it might seem like reversal. But the reversal spoken of in esoteric literature, say in the Gospels, where it is called rebirth, is only brought about internally, in a man's own experience with himself, and not through a change of circumstances outside him. You must remember that your usual life and its ambitions and interests can be taken away from you, and if you have nothing else, you feel indeed lost. For example, in illness, force may be drained from the personality, and the quality of essence appear. Personality is the machine through which you adapt to life and feel its influences and attractions. We may suddenly, by illness, be faced with another kind of life. Yes, but what kind? Oh, said some illnesses were to open something in us that health and success could not. If we already have a slight internal life apart from our outer life, we have something to fall back on. I said that from one point of view, personality can be thought of as the outer man, and essence as the inner man. If a man is only developed in the outer side and has no inner development, he is called in the work a machine driven by outer life and its turning wheel of changing circumstances. Yet the work also teaches that man was created a self-developing organism, and that full development consists in a development of essence, or the internal man, further upon the first development of the personality or outer man, which gives a relation to the external life and its affairs. All esoteric teaching, such as that found in fragments in the Gospels, is clearly about the development of the internal man. Very little is said about the development of the external man, the businessman, the professional man, etc. It is the second development that is emphasized. But as was said, people mix up the two. Christ did not say he came to make everything nice and satisfactory on this earth. He said, "Think not that I came to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword." Matthew 10:34. The conditions of the second development, the reversal or rebirth, are the important things. A smug, settled earth without acute internal struggle and searchings and contradictions on all sides could hardly be expected to produce the conditions for the second development, which is internal, individual, and a matter of one's own most real and deepest thoughts and essential feelings. Yet few people think much about what their existence means, save in terms of their external man and his needs. Now, to think about one's life from the internal man is a quite different thing from thinking about it from the external man. You all know, whether perhaps of yourself or others, how it is possible to have a somewhat pious and religious, even holy, external side, and perform various acts to give a good impression, and yet in the internal side there's nothing whatever that corresponds. In such a person, that is, in short, in all of us, there is an almost total severance between the outer and inner man, and the outer dominates the inner. It is the inner man, developed, who should dominate the outer man. If a man acts sincerely from himself, the case is different. Now, as long as a man's outer side or personality is active and takes the lead, especially from the idea that it can do, the man is under the law of accident. That is, anything, however meaningless, can happen to him. When the inner man or essential man becomes active, he is under the law of fate, and then what happens is significant for him. Personality is under the law of accident. Essence is under the law of fate. This is expressed in the work by saying that essence is, to begin with, under the laws of the planetary world, that is, 24 laws, and that personality is under the law of the earth, that is, 48 laws. And it is added that false personality is under the laws of the moon, that is, 96 laws. There is, therefore, a point in us called essence that is under fewer laws than all that belongs to personality or false personality. It is to become more conscious in this point that we work on ourselves and our inner life. When a man remembers himself, he is under 24 laws. When he is asleep in negative emotions, etc., he is under 48 or 96 laws.